Good morning, everyone. This is Elayne from Anabellas. Welcome back to Flosstube number 87. I'm very happy that you're here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. This channel is primarily about cross stitch and quilting and paper crafting, and a little bit of my life is thrown in every now and again. So I'm happy that you found me. I hope that you'll look up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell. That will just notify you when I've uploaded a new video or I have some fun news to share. And if you're returning, welcome back. I love all of you. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me on Friday mornings. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact that out of all the floss tubers out there, you choose to come back each week and spend a little bit of time with me. So hopefully it's a great way for you to kick off your weekend. So grab your cross stitch, maybe sit back and stitch along as I share some updates here at the shop and give you a life update as well. So why don't we just jump right in and get started? But before I do that, let me first remind or share with our new viewers what my philosophy is here at Anabellas. So this is our new spirit wear. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And on the back is a hashtag that says perfectly imperfect. And that is my philosophy. Whether you are cross stitching or quilting or paper crafting, really whatever type of crafting that you do as a maker, enjoy the actual process of what you're creating. And if you miss a stitch or your corners aren't pointy or a little bit of ink spilled over when you stamped a card, be gentle with yourself. Go ahead and finish that off and gift it to a friend or display it in your home. And just remember, it's perfectly okay to be perfectly imperfect. I do what I do because I love it. I love to quilt and I love to cross stitch and I certainly love to paper craft. And you know, I make mistakes and I try to be gentle with myself because you know what? It's the joy of the creation that brings me the most pleasure. Not necessarily, you know, when I'm finished, what the final piece looks like. So that's just my philosophy. So last week was fun. Barbara Johns from Stitching with Grammy was here for a couple of days. So she was able to help us a little bit. We were able to get some orders out and she ran around the shop like a crazy person, you know, pulling stock and, you know, helping us get some things processed. So that was fun. We enjoyed having her. And we do expect to get some more orders in over the next few days. Our stragglers are the designers that were overseas. It's not their fault. It just takes a while for things to get here. So Terry and I have a goal. We hope to have everything out to everybody by Tuesday this week. So if you are, you know, if you purchase through our Etsy shop, you know that your shipping date is going to say, you know, sometime in October or no, you know, late October, because that's just how it was set up. But not to worry. We're going to have everything out hopefully by Tuesday. So we're happy about that because it's been a long haul. And let's see, we're going to work all weekend except Sunday to do that. And like I said, I think I have a couple Italian designers that are coming in today. So we should be ready to process those orders because that's really kind of what's held things up. Okay, get ready for some life updates. Here we go. Yesterday, I was at home because our road was being paved and we either had to be up at the house or down below, but there was no ability to come up and down the mountain. So I had to stay up at the house with my puppies, and Terry stayed here in the shop and did the shipping. So I'm sitting in my living room, as I normally am, and I heard Chloe barking like a crazy person. And I'm like, what in the world is this dog barking at? And she was frantic. I mean, it was a frantic bark. And my front door was closed. But I had my living room window open just a crack. It was kind of cool. So she's barking and barking and barking and barking. And finally I said, Chloe, you know, I said, it's not a bear, Chloe. It's daylight out. There's no bear. Well, I opened up the front door to prove to myself and to her that there was no bear. And look what was in my front yard in broad daylight, walking up towards the house. So my front yard is sloped. And we have about an acre and a half. So he was jumping, he was climbing, he was walking up towards me. And if you drink, you know, maybe you can be a day drinker when you see something like this because I couldn't believe it. This guy, and I'm assuming he's a guy bear because a boy bear, a boy bear, because later on in the day, a man was walking outside, hiking, and I yelled out my window. I was up in the loft, and I yelled out, "Be careful, there's a bear in my yard." And oh, he said, we've seen him. He's a young bear. He's a young male that his mom's, you know, scooted along. So he's out by himself now trying to figure it out. I said, oh my goodness, he needs to figure it out somewhere else. So that's the bear. And evidently, you know, my yard is his playground. So I don't know. But whatever, you know, now I worry about being out there during the daytime. And there was no bird feeders out. I was too lazy to hang them out yesterday. The hummingbird feeder wasn't out. The windows were closed. I wasn't cooking. So I guess he just feels that Elayne and Terry's house is his play yard. So whatever. And that was it. We didn't really do much else last week. When Barbara was here, we ate out, you know, a lot, pretty much every meal because we were so busy. But I was able to do a little bit of work on on 2 of my WIPs. So let me show you that real quick. And then a third one, I'm going to show you at the end, but I'm going to start. It's a new start. Okay. So this is our Happy Harvest. This is going to be Anabella's release in October, one of our releases in October. So I've been working on this. So as you can see, I was able to, I added, you know, the rooster up at the top, and then I added one of the sunflowers here, and I added the roof line. So I have to finish, I have to carry this over to this side. I have to add another sunflower, some more pumpkins, and then there's some more designs that go up at the top above. But this is coming along great. I should have this finished, you know, well, I said last weekend it would be last weekend, but, you know, I've got another week or so before I have to have it done. So because of that, and because I've been working on this pretty much solely, which, you know, just gets old after a while when you're working on the same thing over and over again. I decided to pull out one of my WIPs from last year that I didn't finish for autumn. And this is Barbara Anna's Autumn, it's called Autumn. So this is by Barbara Anna. And I pulled this last year as one of my September starts. And I pulled it out again and was able to work on it, you know, a little bit. So this is what I was able to do. I stitched this flower right here. So that's going to be this big flower. So that's this flower right here that I stitched. And this I'm stitching on 14 count natural by Charles Craft. I love this fabric. Can I just tell you? I really love this fabric. So this is probably going to be a pretty quick stitch. I think the thing that's going to take the longest is this right here. That's probably going to take the longest. But the flower whipped up really quick, and I'll be able to finish this, I hope, and have this displayed in my home before the first snowfall, whenever that might be. So that was fun. So I worked on that. And then I have a new start that I want to start, which I'm going to show you at the end because it kind of is going to go along with our question of the week for Happy Mail. So hold that thought and I'll share that with you in a little bit. So that's it. You know, didn't really do much stitching. Did some paper crafting, which was fun. I'm sharing with you next week. Did some paper crafting and did not do any quilting because my quilt table is here now at the shop and I don't have one at home. And let me tell you, at the end of the day, I just want to go home. I don't want to look at anything that's on Anabella's by the time I leave. So that's it. I'll work on more stuff this week. Okay, let's go through some new arrivals and some updates. I told you that I would give you an update on the BellaBoards. Okay, so BellaBoards are 4x6. They also come in 4x4, and we are releasing today our 6x8. So this is a 6x8 BellaBoard. This is a 4x6 BellaBoard, and then the 4x4s are even smaller. These are flying off the shelves. These 6x8s are fantastic. So these will come in both antique white. They'll come in the Christmas red. And then the other colors that all of our BellaBoards come in are the Bella Black. We have Bella Blue. We have our Christmas green. And we have our autumn orange. So all of these colors are available. When you go to the Etsy shop and you pick a 4x6 BellaBoard or a 4x4 BellaBoard or the new 6x8 BellaBoard, there'll be a drop-down box, and then you can select your colors if you want more than one. Now with Etsy, let me just point something out. This one's not done yet. I have to finish the back part, but I love it. I love these 6x8s. They're fantastic. When you pick it out, what's going to happen is the price for shipping is going to be for one BellaBoard. If you order more than one BellaBoard, please automatically choose the priority mail shipping. These will ship to you in a padded envelope, and I believe the 4x6s, I can get maybe 6 or 8 in an envelope. So you have to make sure if you buy any BellaBoard more than one that you automatically choose the priority mail option because of the weight. These are going to be over 1 pound, and that's the cheapest way for me to send it to you. So you just go ahead and click it off, and Etsy will just charge you the additional shipping. If you don't do that and you order more than one BellaBoard, then you're going to get an email from me just saying what's your PayPal address, and I'm going to have to invoice you for the additional shipping charge. And then these BellaBoards, the 4x6s, these are just going to go in a priority mail envelope. Same thing. These are automatically overweight. So the most inexpensive, safest way to send them to you is by priority mail. The joys of shipping online, right? I mean, of buying online are the additional shipping costs, right? It's either that or going to a store, you know. But I love to shop online. So, okay. So those are the BellaBoards. Now, when you buy one of Anabella's, every month we do QuickStitch Simple Smalls. So our Simple Smalls are designed to fit on these 4x4 or 4x6 BellaBoards. And as I mentioned before, but I want to share with you now some of the things that are going to go in the little Bella bags that are going to be an option at the time of checkout. So when our October or September Simple Smalls should be here today. The model stitcher finished them. I got to whip them up and FFO them, and then I will have them ready to show you next week. So those are those Simple Smalls, those Quick Stitch Simple Smalls. When you go to checkout, you're going to have an option, and you're going to be able to finish them off quickly. My thought process was that if you want a quick stitch and you're doing a simple small, you're going to want a quick finish, right? So you'll have the option of adding the BellaBoard, adding the fabric that will go with the BellaBoard, and then you'll be able to add any of the buttons or little finishing pieces that I use as I finish it off. So these buttons now came in. I ordered a ton of them, but let me show them to you because you're going to want these to be in your stash, whether you are using Anabellas or you're, finishing any other designer's project, because they're very versatile. They're very simple. When you're finishing something off, you want something quick and easy. And most importantly, you want something that's affordable. So these are super, super affordable. They come in a bag, I think, depending on which item it is, maybe 6 to 8 pieces per bag. So super, super affordable. Here's some examples. These are some candy canes. Then this bag has Season's Greetings. So, imagine making a bow and then you're just going to use your hot glue gun and attach this right to the center perhaps. And I'm going to demonstrate some of this. I'm going to do a video when I do some FFOs of my Simple Smalls for September. So you'll be able to see it. Here's some Halloween. We have some pumpkins. This is an autumn mix. So you've got a scarecrow, you've got pumpkins, you've got the corn, then some plain pumpkins here. This one is fun. This is Fall Finding, so it has apples as well as little teeny pumpkins. Then we have some pretty autumn leaves. Some fun little gingerbread. Wouldn't this look cute on a finish? Then this one is great. These are all kinds of different Christmas trees. This one I love. This is Christmas Past. This is, I'm going to try to move this so you can see it. This is my favorite. This is called Christmas Past. And just look at those snowmen and the tree. Very vintage style. Then, this I couldn't resist. This has nothing to do with the holidays, but it is everything to do with sewing and quilting. So look at this one. There's your measuring tape, the soft one. There's some buttons, there's some thread, a sewing machine. On the back, there's some scissors. So just a really fun bag. It says Hobbies Sewing. So this is the Hobby Sewing bag. So you can grab that. And then we also got the Christmas buttons in. So this is just a big mixture of Christmas buttons. And we also have, the fall is on back order. So we should be getting that anytime. So when you buy this, you're going to get all of these buttons. I just put them in a little jar that I get from Michael's that has the little flip top. And I just store them on my shelf because they're also pretty to display. But the size buttons vary, so you can really pick out a size no matter what you're finishing. You know, that you'll be able to find your button size right in here. There you go. So those are fun, right? Those are new to the shop. Sorry, it's going to make crinkle sounds for a second. And then I had showed you the little woolly felt squares, these woolly charm packs. These we sold out of the popular colors. Blue is popular, but it's not as popular as some of the fall colors. And we have more on the way. So what I do is I take these 5x5 squares and then I will cut, you know, I cut these in 4, so I'll just cut them like this. And then I'll use these on the backs of my pillows when I do a little bit of finishing. And then I'll add a button or, you know, let's see, where's one I can show you? Yeah, so I might take one of these buttons and add it right in the center. So how fun. So we have more on the way, but I just wanted to let you know that. And I'm going to also tell you about a couple Bella bundles that we have that you might want to take a peek at. So if you're new to my shop, one of the things that we put together for you is fat quarter bundles. We call them Bella bundles because, you know, why not? And these are sometimes anywhere between 4 to 6 to 8 fat quarters that you will get in a pack. So here is a fat quarter bundle that we put together for fall. These colors are fantastic. And previously, I've shared with you guys how I quilt. So if I take a quilt pattern, something like this, or I'm going to make a table runner, or I'm going to make, you know, a small wall hanging. Quilt patterns are fantastic, and we sell hundreds of quilt patterns in our shop. But you don't have to use necessarily the fabric that is depicted in the photo. So in this particular pattern, which is called Jelly Sticks by Corey Yoder at Coriander Quilts, we love her. This particular fabric that she used were from Moda Fabrics called Buttercup and Slate. So it's likely that you'll either have to hunt for this particular fabric now or that it's no longer available. So our Bella bundle just shows how quick and easy it is to grab a Bella bundle when you're looking at a quilt pattern, or you can email me and say, can you put together a Bella bundle for this pattern? And then I'll see what I have in the shop and put it together for you. So this is an example of one of our fall Bella bundles. Here's another great example by Corey Yoder. This is Pumpkin Festival. There you go, right? And then this is our Bella bundle for autumn. So here's another Bella bundle. And these have all the nice, pretty colors that are popular this time of year. So you've got your oranges and your browns and your greens and your whites. So another fun Bella bundle, and an example of how you, if you can't use something in your stash, our Bella bundles are perfect that we can put together for you so that you can start quilting or creating right away. So very fun. So those are 2. And then the last one I wanted to show you, because we ran out of this fabric, it's now back. This is another great fall Bella bundle. Look at the squirrels on the back. They're so cute. And this one is also available in the shop. So feel free, check them out if you'd like. Share it with a friend that loves to quilt or, you know, sew or whatever. Okay, let me see what else. I'm going to share with you some new items that are either pre-order, available for pre-order, or that are new to the shop. I don't have a lot to share with you today. The first that I want to share with you, this is a pre-order. So this is the cover of the 2023 Book of Days. So if you are not familiar with the Book of Days is a soft cover calendar put out by NEEDLEWORKS Press. The calendar looks just like a calendar month by month. And a lot of folks go ahead and document on the calendar, their cross-stitch journey. So every day they might mark down, what they're working on. On the side, there is a section for you to add some notes. A lot of folks add a lot of stickers, and they really make this their own. They might jot down the designer or the stitch count or anything that you'd like. I'll bring mine in to share with you as we get closer to the release of this particular edition. But this is available in the shop right now in the Etsy shop. And if you go to anabellas.net and you purchase it on my website, you will receive a 10% discount. So, I want all my folks that are so kind to shop with me on Etsy to be able to purchase it there. But I also want to share with you that you don't have to pay full price there. You can shoot on over to anabellas.net and go ahead and pre-order it now, and you'll save 10%. Now, according to the Needlework Press, the Book of Days should ship to shops in October. So I'm just saying, to be on the safe side, plan on the end of October, which is plenty of time because it's not 2023 yet. And then you will get it, that week. So we'll ship those right out to you. So how fun, the Book of Days. Can you believe a year's gone by? I think about this coming out and I'm thinking, didn't we just have this in stock last week, 2022? It's just this year's flown, right? So that's the Book of Days. All right, then I have our September Fancy Floss Pack. So here are the colors for our September Fancy Floss, and this is available in the shop. You will receive 5 skeins of floss in your Fancy Floss Pack. The first one is Barn Door, and they're all by Classic Colorworks. Then this is Tea and Biscuits. And these are all selected because we assume that you're stitching things up for fall. We have Caterpillar, then we have Sweet Potato, and last but not least is Mossy. So here is the pretty Fancy Floss Pack available now in the Etsy shop. And although you might not be stitching fall and you may have already jumped ahead to stitching Christmas, this is our way of helping you build your fancy floss stash. So we know that fancy floss is a bit more expensive than your DMC. We do offer a discount on it, to help you offset some of the shipping costs, not to discount the product, but because shipping is so high. So you can get these at 10% off in the Etsy shop right now. And that is our Fancy Floss Pack. So fun, huh? And that is going to be available later today. It's already available as of this time. I just said later today because I have to do it still. Okay, let's show you some other things. I just wanted to share real quick our Pillow Pals. Anabellas debuted these last month at Expo. This is, and my daughter just finished charting the Pillow Pals for Christmas, and oh my goodness, they are adorable. And Hazel the Hedgehog will be making her debut. But along with Hazel the Hedgehog, which will be coming out, we already have, who is this? This is Roscoe the Raccoon. I lost my train of thought. Roscoe the Raccoon, look how cute he is. And then we have our sweet little Skylar the Squirrel. And then last but not least is our adorable little Ollie the Owl. So all 3 of our Pillow Pals are available now in the Etsy shop, and they're also on the website. And then next month, you'll be getting to meet all of them in their Christmas attire, as well as their new friend, Hazel the Hedgehog, who is just Elayne's favorite. Okay, now let me show you some more things that have come in. If you are doing stitching along with us in our Facebook group, A Year in the Woods, this is number 10, the Little Brown Bat. So he has finally arrived. I didn't think we would ever get this little guy in. He has finally arrived. This is the Little Brown Bat. This is number 10. We do carry all of the charts in the series, but this happens to be number 10. So there you go. He is available now. Then we got in from Elayne Studio. These were so adorable. Now, I'm going to put these up, and I'm probably going to have to relist them because we ran out, but I think I can get more. So I'm going to show them to you anyway because I'm going to try really hard to get them through the distributor. And if I can't, I'll just order from her directly. This is her Christmas in Red. Look at these adorable little sweaters. That's Christmas in Red. And these are 4 sweater ornament patterns, and each ornament is 63 by 54. And if you stitch it on a 14 or 28 count, it's going to finish off at 4 by 3 or 4.5 by 3 3/4. And she stitched these on 1 strand over 2. And this was finished by Vanna, the Twisted Stitcher. So if you like Vanna and her finishing, which we all do, this is how these were finished. So that's Christmas in Red, or Noel in Rouge, Christmas in Red. And then we have Noel in Blue, Christmas in Blue. Aren't those adorable? Very fun. So if you're looking for some great gift ideas, these would be great, and they're pretty quick to stitch up. Then we got in yesterday. Pansy Patch was one of the designers we were waiting on from Canada, but we did get in Pansy Patch. So let me show you what came in. Most of these are pre-orders. You guys pre-ordered them, so they're going to ship right away by Tuesday. And there's a lot of people waiting on these. And then they're also going to be available in the shop for you to order if you've not already started or ordered them. Now, she has started a new series. It's called Pumpkin Lane, okay? So the first 2 charts I'm going to show you are the first 2 charts in the new Pumpkin Lane series. The first one is Pumpkin House. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Absolutely love it. That's Pumpkin House. And Pumpkin House is about 5.5 by 5 when finished. And the model was stitched on 36 count Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax, and it was stitched with 1 strand of thread over 2 linen threads. Beautiful. And a DMC conversion is included. She used Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, and Classic Color Works. So all kinds of floss. All right, and then number 2 in the Pumpkin Lane series is Chrysanthemum House. My goodness, I said that without messing it up. Chrysanthemum House. Isn't that pretty? Love those colors. And again, same size, 5.5 by 5, and a DMC conversion included. Then we have, she has a Betsy's Autumn Basket. That is part of her Betsy's Patchwork series. Number 1 is in the shop. This is number 2, Betsy's Autumn Basket. Pretty. And that's 5.7 by 5.7, so it's a little bit bigger. Then she released at the Needlework Expo, there was a collaboration with Cottage Garden Threads. And this is her version that she released, which is called Autumn Crow. Isn't that cute? And that's 3 by 3, a little over 3 by 3 when finished. And part of this collaboration was that the designers who participated had to use just 4 skeins of floss it's called the Autumn Garden Palette. And she lists them on the back so that you can pick those up as well. We don't have them, and a DMC conversion has been included. So we can get you the floss in DMC, but we don't have the palette, the floss that was used with this. I don't know why I don't have it. I think I just forgot to go to her booth. Imagine that. There you go. Okay, so that's Autumn Crow. And then last, by Pansy Patch, that I'm sharing with you today, more items came in, but I'm only showing these. This is her Little Red Schoolhouse Pin Keep, 1862. So cute. I love it. And she just used Falu Red. I don't know who Falu Red is by. It's by Leo and Roxy Floss Company. I don't think I've heard of them. But the DMC is included. She uses, as a conversion, 815 and 816. So if you're using two threads, then you'll take one of the 815 and one of the 816 and stitch with that, completing your X each time so that you can see the variegation. You don't want to go all the way across one way and then come back and finish your X. You want to finish across a full complete cross stitch in order for your variegation to show if you're going to use the DMC conversion with one strand. That's the word I was looking for, strand. One strand of 815 and one strand of 816. That'll give you the same effect. Pretty, right? Okay, now I got some fun news to share. If you all have not tuned in to Chantel at 141 Design Company, let me just tell you, this woman is knocking it out of the park with her incredible finishing pieces. So Chantel has just recently begun to offer some shops the ability to purchase her backings, her finishing, her wooden finishing pieces wholesale. So Anabellas is going to be carrying some of 141 Design Company's wooden finishing pieces. She uses them on finishes for example, Primrose Cottage, for Stitching with the Housewives, and most recently for Heart and Hand. So this was our #2 top selling chart for Needlework Expo. This is Halloween Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. This is a very popular series. Tiny Town also is available as Christmas. There's Blooming Tiny Town. There is a Heart Tiny Town, and there's a Patriotic Tiny Town, and this is Halloween. So Chantel has designed an incredible stand-up shelf. I think she calls it a shelf display. It's a shelf display board that you will be able to purchase at Anabellas, so that when you stitch your Tiny Town or any of your Tiny Town pieces, charts, when you finish it off, you're going to have a perfectly well-made wooden display that you can put right on your shelf and that this will fit into. Now, Chantel did do a video yesterday, a tutorial that you can follow along with. I'm going to link it below so that you can watch the tutorial and see how easy it is to finish it. Now, when you get the boards from Anabellas, they're going to come unfinished, just like they do if you purchase them from Chantel directly. And you can do that if you so choose, obviously. But when you get your pieces, they're very easy to finish. You don't have to be, very handy or, a fancy painter or anything like that. Chantel makes it very, very easy for you to follow along and take what you receive in the mail and put it together very nicely to have this finished off. So I'm very excited about that. I love her design. I love her backings. Y'all have been asking for backings, so now you're going to get backings. And, we're going to start with a limited supply. We're not going to start, with a large supply. We're going to start with a limited supply because I want to see how we do, whether all of you, love them and start purchasing them. And as I can gauge a better understanding of what you all want, then I'll increase my orders to Chantel so that we can give you exactly what you're looking for. So if you do see something that you want, just, drop me an email at anabellasshop@gmail.com. But right now you can go to Anabella's website at anabellas.net, and on there you're going to be able to find all of the 141 Design Company's backings that are available today. So, and we look forward to working with Chantel. We love her. She's wonderful. And she's going to be at our autumn retreat. So it'll be fun. You'll get to meet her in person. Very exciting. So thank you, Chantel. Okay, let me see what else I have. I think that's it. Okay, so I have to apologize. I slept through the sit and stitching on Tuesday. I am so sorry. I had every intention of being awake at 7 o'clock and stitching along with you. And I hadn't even sent out the meeting request or the Zoom meeting information. And I woke up and it was 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you slept right through the sit and stitching. So I apologize. I promise we will resume on Tuesday this coming week. And if you would like to join our sit and stitching, it's a bunch of ladies that get on Zoom and we sit and we stitch and we laugh and we talk. And we are working on Winter Rose Manor by With Thy Needle and Thread, but you can work on anything that you'd like. So if you'd like to join us, send me an email and I will add you to the Zoom invite list. It's Eastern Standard Time, so it begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and we go until 9 o'clock. Sometimes a little bit over, sometimes a little bit under, but we'd love to have you join us. So that is Elayne's sleeping, fell right asleep during that. Crazy me. Okay. All right. Christmas, Cross-Stitch Christmas Week starts on Sunday. So every third week of every month, Anabellas goes ahead and dedicates the entire week to cross-stitching your Christmas items. So the hashtag is above. It's Cross-Stitch Christmas Week, begins on Sunday and runs for 1 week. And we do that throughout the entire year. So if you'd like to join our Facebook group and stitch along with us, please do. And I did it because I needed, just a week where if I work strictly on my Christmas WIPS, I could actually have something finished by, Christmas. So right now you can either stitch one thing all week long. You can go through your stash and stitch a few of your WIPS and, do it that way, or you can start something new. Every third week of the month. So whatever works for you is fine, but we'd love for you to not only stitch along with us, but use that hashtag, and so we can see your finished pieces or your WIPs. We would love that. Retreat news. Let me jump ahead to that. We have a few retreats coming up and a lot more on the way. So let me just give you the top 3 that we're working on right now. All the Things Autumn Retreat is coming up the first weekend in November with Priscilla and Chelsea from Stitching with the Housewives. For those of you that are joining us and are already registered, your fabric and your floss is on the way here, finally. So I'm expecting that to be delivered any day. I am not going to package it up and get it out to you until after all the expo items are shipped. But we promised that you would have it 6 weeks before the event, and you will. But I'm happy to share that we will have the fabric and the floss that we've been waiting for. It's not Classic Colorworks floss. We could not get that. But you will have the floss that you need to create your piece to bring with you finished to the retreat so that Priscilla can teach you how to finish it. And we did receive all the finishing pieces. So you're not going to see those until you check in at registration. You'll get a bag and it will have all your finishing kit items in there. So very fun. Anyway, the All Things Autumn Retreat. Now, we have had a couple of people have to cancel, which is fine. Life gets in the way. Now, I have sent emails out to the folks that were on the waiting list, but have not gotten a lot of responses. So, if you want to attend, if you have not received an email from me and you know that you were on that wait list, my recommendation is you better send me an email pretty quick. So send the email to anabellasshop@gmail.com. Please be sure to put in the subject line, Autumn Retreat Waitlist. If you put Autumn Retreat Waitlist in the subject line, I will know to go back and cross-reference your registration form on my website. So I don't want anybody to miss out, but I haven't had a lot of people replying to my emails. So I just want to make sure that those of you that want to come and that are on that list can get to come, because we do have a few openings. So there you go. Okay. And the way that it works is as soon as I get your information, if you're on the list, I'm going to send you an invoice right away. So that's going to happen. So just, be aware. Our All Things Winter Retreat still has openings as well. We're working through our wait list on that. People are responding. So, you don't need to send me an email if you're on that wait list. You can if you want. If you're on the wait list for All the Things Winter Retreat with Primrose Cottage Stitches, which is the first weekend in January and coming up quick, you can go ahead and email me too. And this way I'll know to cross-reference you and get you into that event as well. Then our next retreat, which is our All Things Spring Retreat, is with Teresa Kogut. That is going to be in the spring, and registration opens October 15th. So we've got time, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. That's going to be held in Lansing, Michigan with Teresa Kogut. So you have until, you've got some time yet. We're still putting some finishing touches on that. So October 15th is when registration will open. Now, about a week before registration opens, you can go to crossstitchretreats.com and you will find the registration information packet on the site. It is not there now. The registration packet that's there now, the info packet, is for the winter retreat with Primrose. So once we have that closed out and we move on to spring, that is where you'll find the Teresa Kogut retreat information, and you can download that and review it. And then when registration opens October 15th, it's first come, first serve. So you want to have your finger on that, button to press it, so that you can be sure to secure your space. And it will have the price and the hotel information and dining options and field trips, and all the information that you need will be there. But again, that won't be until the beginning of October. Last, before we go to Happy Mail, is our Spirit Wear shop is now open. So I'm going to put the link below. This is our new Spirit Wear. I am so excited. We have all kinds of fun things for you to look at. We opened up a Spirit Wear shop for each of our retreats. And then Terry said, why don't you have Anabella's items available? And I said, well, I don't know. So I went ahead and I opened up a shop just for Anabellas. So you don't have to be a retreat attendee. If you want to, purchase some Spirit Wear, you can certainly do that. What's really fun about the Spirit Wear shop that I chose to partner with is that when you go to the shop, and the link is below, you can customize every single thing for the most part. So you can take this t-shirt and change the color. On the back of the t-shirt, which you can't see it, I wrote perfectly imperfect. So I added the hashtag perfectly imperfect on the back of my t-shirt. My hoodies, I got a pink hoodie and I think I got a white hoodie, and they have the logo, the Anabella's logo, and then they also have perfectly imperfect. But there's other fun things there too. There's aprons, there's cups, there's masks. There is 2 adorable teddy bears, which are just adorable, with a little Anabella shirt on. There's hats. Just so many fun things that you can look at. So feel free, hop on, check it out. You never know. You might see something that you like. And what's really cool is you can get it in any size. So the sizes go all the way up for people that are fluffy, like me. You can get fluffy size, fluffy size clothes. So really you can customize it any way that you'd like. Now there are some limitations on colors and things of that sort, but for the most part, you can make it your own. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's talk about some Happy Mail. If you're new to my channel, every week I try to give out a little bit of Happy Mail. Happy Mail is just something that I put together in a packet and mail it out to you so that you get a nice surprise in your mailbox. And every week we pose a question. In order to participate, you have to be a subscriber to my channel. You have to be over the age of 18 so I can ask for your mailing address, and you have to comment on the question posed. So if I call your name, be sure to send me an email with all of your information to anabellasshop@gmail.com, and I will get your Happy Mail right out to you. And then tomorrow, which is Friday, which is today, I will finish up last week's Happy Mail. So I'll be all caught up, okay? And Carmen, I know I have something for you. So I haven't forgotten about you. Okay, so last week's question was, when do you decorate for fall or for Christmas? And actually, it was a repeat question. I let Barbara from Stitching with Grammy pick the question and forgot to tell her we had already picked that, but that's okay. You all were wonderful and you participated, and I appreciate it. And you shared with us when you decorate for fall or Christmas. So the winners are Barbara Collins Miller, Delnora Janek, and I don't know that I'm saying that correct. It's Janeck. Jansek. There you go, Jansek. Delnora Jansek. Owl and Gator Stitcher, Robin Selby 1, Karen Campbell, and Susan Spratling. So congratulations. Please give me your information, your mailing address, and I will get your Happy Mail right out to you. So let me talk to you now about the question for this week, and here's why. I told you I was going to have a new start, and I don't have it. It's at home. I am starting the new Gobbletons by Ari. Now, if you look closely, this is the chart. This is the fabric. So you can see the turkeys are sitting on the fabric. So here's my question. Where do you start? Okay, so when you're stitching, that's a question of the week. When you start a new project, a new pattern, a new chart, where do you begin? Do you begin in the center, top left, bottom right, whatever? And I probably have that all backwards because I'm on camera. So I'm going to start this, and normally I always start in the center, but the fabric, if I fold the fabric, I'm not going to have a center. And this is 28 count, and Elayne doesn't stitch on 28 count, so that's going to be fun. I don't know what this is. I think the fabric's 28 count, but I looked at it, and let me just tell you, I'm going to need a magnifying glass. It is so tiny, but I'm determined to do it on this fabric, so that's what I'm going to do. So what I think I'm going to do, and please let me know if this is wrong, is I'm going to start right here because I can easily see the leaf on the fabric, and I can kind of guesstimate where to put my first stitch. So I think I'm going to start right here. What do you think? Is that a good idea? I don't know. So there you go. So this chart is available. The new Gobbletons. It's adorable. And if you look at the back, she has Sabrina and Harry. And then Rudolph and Elfina. So I think these are all going to be at Elayne's. They're going to all have a home at Elayne's. I love these. I may do these next. Let me get, and those I don't, at least I don't have to do those on fancy fabric. So I'm calling this fancy fabric. So Fabric Flair created this fabric for her, for this chart. And I mean, it couldn't be more perfect. But I'm having, you know, a moment, and I'm not sure where to start it. So that's the question of the week. Where do you start your new starts? Where on the fabric? Tell me. I want to know. I need to know. And then if you want to just let me know where I should start mine, I'd appreciate it. So, okay, I kind of feel like I was a little punchy today. I don't know. I'm tired, you know. Imagine that. I slept through, you know, sitting stitching. So if I rambled, I do apologize. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope that you'll join us next week on Tuesday for our Sit and Stitchin'. I hope Sunday I will see you on Facebook as we kick off Cross Stitch Christmas Week. And if not, I will see you here next Friday. So until then, everyone, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. See you soon. Bye.